students, welcome to all of you. This is the third chapter of your English book, and the third chapter is divided into two parts. The first part is His First Flight, written by Liam O. Flaherty, while the second part is Black Aeroplane, written by Frederick Forrester. So here is a story about two stories about flying and about the courage of the person as well as a bird who firstly scared but at the situation forced them to try the corner at the last. So let's see the first chapter, first part, which name is His First Flight. So the story by Leon O'Flaherty, written by His First Flight, is an account of a young bird that is called Seagull that is afraid to fly for the first time. He believes that his wings would not support him. That's why he was afraid. Despite his younger siblings flying fearlessly, sibling means younger brother and sisters, that is called siblings, flying fearlessly with much shorter wings, he could not gather the courage to do same. He was punished to stay hunger if he did not try by his parents. Thus, it was his mother that compelled him to fly by using food as a trap. The lesson reflects how one hesitates to take the first step and that fear is all in the mind. One should trust one's abilities because the fear is suffering. The fear of suffering is worse than the fear itself. We should all believe in our abilities because the fear of suffering is worse than the fearing itself. So let's start the story. The young Seagull was alone on his ledge. His ledge means a narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall a cliff. Generally, crack of wall rocks, that is called ledge. So the young Seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the lakes and attempt to flap his wings, he became afraid. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the lakes where he slept at night. So the story is about a young Seagull who is at that stage of life where he has to learn to fly. Unlike his younger brothers and sisters, he is too afraid to fly. When all of them went for flying for the first time near the edge of the sea, all of them except him succeeded. But the Seagull could not. Because he was not trust his wings, that's why he was afraid. He got terrified by the vast sea and got convinced that he could never fly. Means he was afraid, he was scared to see the large sea that was before him, and he has totally convinced that he would never be succeed in flying. As a result, he was ashamed and disheartened and thus went inside the place where he slept. So, at last, being disheartened, disappointed, he went back to his cave, place where he was living, and slept disappointedly. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings, and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge, which appeared to him so desperate. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening. Upbraiding means scolding, rebuke, datna, threatening to let him starve. Starve means hunger. On his legs, unless he flew away, but for the life of him, he could not move. So flapped means flap matlab फड़फड़ाना of a bird, move its wings up and down. So his younger siblings managed to take their first flight despite their wings being shorter than his, but he could not gather the strength through his try to desperately. He was scolded, he was rebuked by his parents for not trying again, but he was so afraid that he could not even move. He got so terrified that he was not at all gathered his courage, although his parents rebuked him. So and they also threatened him that they would stay him hunger, but he could not gather his courage to fly again. That was 24 hours ago, since then nobody had come near him. Means it had been 24 hours, but still he was alone. Neither his siblings nor his parents yet had come too near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sisters, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves. Skim means to move lightly just above the surface, just like floating, that is called skim. Teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. He had, in fact, seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock while his parents circled around, raising a proud cackle. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. So, student, herring means a soft, finite sea fish, a kind of a fish, species of a fish that is called herring. Devour means eat quickly, to eat something quickly. Cackle means laugh in a loud. किलकालिया किनकारिया होते हैं छोटे बच्चों की, that like is called cackle. And last is the cowardice means lack of bravery या lack of boldness. So now he had been alone for a day after he tried because his parents were busy focusing his siblings. He was staying alone in his lays, and his parents were trying to teach other brother and sister of the Segul. They helped his siblings master the art of flying. Means his parents were teaching other children's, and they are also teaching them how to master the art of flying and diving for food, generally fish. His older sibling, yeah, his older brother even caught his first fish, which he proudly ate at a rock while his parents celebrate it that morning. His parents taunted him. Taunted means होता है ताना मारना. Taunted him all the way for being a coward. The sun was now standing in the sky, blazing on his legs that faced the south. He felt at the heat because he had not eaten since the previous night. For now, the sun was rising in the sky, means it had been morning time, and he was feeling so much hot because he had not eaten since last night. From last, that why he was feeling so restless. He stepped slowly out of the brink of the legs and standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under the wing. He closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. Still they took no notice of him. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau dozing with their heads sunk into their neck. His father was preening the feather on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now and again, she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. So preening means making an effort to maintain feathers, a kind of a effort of maintaining the feathers. And next is the hum. Hum means a rounded raised mass of earth on a land या heap of the land. Scrap means discarded, फैला देना, बिखार देना. So the sun has now risen and he was feeling the heat more than ever because he was empty stomach since the night before. He stepped out of his lace and pretended to be asleep on one leg to gain the attention of his family. Still, no one noticed him. His siblings were sleeping. His father was cleaning his feather with his beak, and his mother was standing on other plateau eating fish while she noticed him. The Segul got mad on seeing the fish because he was very hungry. He loved to tear away fish and scrape his beak. Now then, ga ga ga, he cried begging. Gaga means a kind of screaming of the birds. He cried begging her to bring him some food. Ga ko ah, she screamed, means she cried back dreadfully, but he kept calling plaintively, and after a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream. His mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him with it. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. So, he cried in hunger because the Segul was hunger.